Hello there and welcome to this video on here's what it takes to be in your spiritual and intuitive power. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Margarita Alcantara. I am an activator for the new code of power, as well as a Melchizedek keeper of the blue flame. And I help activate spiritually conscious entrepreneurs into the next level of their power so that they can make a deep impact in the world. And so this is such an important topic that I just wanted to even make this entire video just to this subject, because here's what I'm noticing. There are a lot of light workers who are being very passive about what's happening right now. And in fact, I'm seeing a lot of light workers and leaders on social media who are even saying, well, you don't need to do anything because we're going to be entering this golden age anyway, right? But the truth is that this is not the time to hang back from your power and to be passive and to send love and light to people and call it a day, right? It takes a lot more than that to be in your spiritual and intuitive power. And so another reason why this is important to share with you is because it's about being a leader during a transformative time of change. The world needs you in your power. So if there's anything that is holding you back, such as old perceptions, old fears, anything that resonates with the energy and vibration of scarcity, that is something that you get to do the work and clearing on right now to clear that. Because if that's still going to be lingering on, that is what's informing your mindset. And quite honestly, the new world that is coming in for us is not about lack. It is about abundance on all the different levels. So if you're still resonating at that vibration of lack, you get to do that work and clear that out so you can really receive and also make use of that energy optimally. And this is also what I'm noticing around the old programming, right? Because the old programming is still very much alive in the spiritual community, in the intuitive community, and with light workers, starseeds, and empaths, where there's this belief system of being repulsed by our own power, being repulsed by money, and even going so far as to say, oh, well, I don't need to be in my power, or being in your power is a bad thing, or I don't want to, overpower anyone, right? But the truth is that when you're truly in your power, you're in sync and aligned with your divine truth. That is what your power is. And so when you're truly in your power, it's not about who am I going to overshadow? I don't want this person to feel bad and all that stuff. And I get it. You're an empath and you don't want people to feel bad. I'm an empath too, but you also get to see that everyone gets to take ownership of their power. Everyone is a sovereign being and they get to choose how they take things that come across their journey, right? So that should not affect you stepping into your power. Same thing goes with money. Money is not evil. That is something that is going around the spiritual community, and it's really trendy, in fact, to be repulsed by money in the spiritual community, like, oh, I don't need money, or it's okay for me to be broke. And the truth is that there's a change of hands of the money going from those in the old paradigm and the old matrix into those who are taking a stand for the light. And so this is all about the new programming, right? So clear out any of the old programming that has to do with scarcity, not being enough, lack, anything thereof, because where we're headed, this true golden age, if that's what you really want to be entering into and experiencing, that has to do with you clearing out all of the old programming so that you can be part of the solution the world needs. Because quite honestly, if you're still in the lack, if you're still in money is a problem, money is evil, money is bad, then guess what? You are not going to be in the fullness of your power as a light worker, because money, like power, are resources. And money is neutral. It is neither good nor bad, and it doesn't have to be highly charged, right? And so what it takes is being willing to prioritize your spiritual and intuitive power and commit to getting what you need to be supported. So to give you an example of this, most recently, 2 weeks ago, in fact, from the date of this shooting this video, I held this global activation of the light extravaganza, this one-day live virtual event where there were 7 master activators, including myself, providing live activations. It was awesome. I'm still getting emails about it. And after that, I received surveys from participants of what they needed help the most on. And so I created a masterclass around it, which then I did last Thursday. And that masterclass was called My 3 Secrets to Activating Your Visibility for Impact, Abundance, and to Awaken Your Superhuman Powers masterclass. And so that too was amazing. And I held an activation during that time. I performed one, and people are still talking about that activation. It was really powerful and amazing. But here's the reason why I'm sharing this with you. It made its impact. It made, such a powerful reverberation and ripple in the world. The kind of work that happened, especially at that global activation event. That was indeed global. It was in fact universal. And that came from not simply saying, oh, I'm just going to send love and light to everybody, right? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with sending love and light, but if you really want to show up and be in your spiritual and intuitive power, you actually commit to the experience that you want people to be having, to be so that you can be of service in an optimal way. So for me, that meant for these 2 experiences and events, I created email campaigns. I created funnels so that people could sign up and join us in the global activation event, as well as my masterclass. I also had lives that corresponded with that. So I was on social media and doing videos. And there were a lot of other things that I put into place so that people, 1, knew what I was putting out there, 2, could then access what I was putting out there, and then 3, I served them at the next level by offering them a package that would deepen their experience. And so then I ended up receiving some purchases of those packages that I would create for people, right? And so then that allows for some deeper work to happen and deeper access. And so if I were to be in a sort of lack around this, I wouldn't have done like the funnels or the email campaigns or things like that, right? But because I am committed to being in service, I do what it takes, and I prioritized what it takes so that I could create and commit to the offerings that I have for my community and for the world at large. And so as another illustration around this, the day of my masterclass on Thursday, someone wrote to me and said, I'm so glad I was able to catch your masterclass. It was in the middle of my workday, but I figured out how to take a break. And so I was able to be on there, even if it was just on the phone, right? And so she made it happen. Right? She made it happen. She took it, she joined us on her lunch break and she made it happen, right? On the same day of the masterclass, I got an email from someone who was actually angry with me for choosing the time that I chose to provide this free masterclass and was very angry about the time that I provided. So I said, well, if you'd like to do, check out the replay, feel free to register and you'll be able to have access to the replay. And what I received a response on was more anger from this individual, reiterating how angry they were that I chose to provide this free masterclass at a certain time that was inconvenient for this person, right? So there's a comparison there. You have the person who also had a day job, right? And she figured it out, made it happen, prioritized what she wanted to get and receive support around. And then you have the person who was in victim mode, who was blaming other people. And the truth is that the way you do one thing is how you do the rest of your life, right? So if you're going to feel victimized in your life, that's probably how they respond to the rest of the world, right? But if you respond like the other person who said, you know what? I really want to access what's in this masterclass, so I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to get what I want, right? And she figured it out, and she got what she wanted, right? So you get to truly be open to your power, not attached to how it's supposed to look like, and you embrace your expansion and your gifts, because the new earth requires you to be embodied as a being of light that you are. So that is what I wanted to share with you. And that is what it takes to be in your spiritual and intuitive power. So just to quickly review, make sure that you're not being passive, you're not holding back from your power. Instead, you're being active and you're committed to being a leader during this transformative time on the globe, and that you clear out any of that old programming around being in your power being bad, or money being evil, or any of that nonsense, because you get to be embodied in the fullness of your power and your light in order to really harness your unleashed powers to be of service in this world and to help people and to, yes, be abundant. Because you get to be abundant if that's what you desire, and because what that will also do is it will help you provide higher level experiences for your clients, and it'll help you access the higher level support that you need so you can continue being of high level service to the world. So I hope that was helpful to you, and if any of this resonated to you, please DM me, shoot me an email, and let's talk about how you get supported into the next level of your power. Much love, light, and power to you.